everyone, it's Libby from maighstirtarot. I'd like to acknowledge the War of my First Nations people. It's WORIMI, and welcome to you, your guides, my guides, and the universal energies. Okay, what do I want to have a look at in this particular reading? Goodness me, there is a lot coming out, so feel free to step away from the news, absolutely, but also be aware. A lot of us readers are covering different topics because pretty much things are coming to a real intensity around the world in regards to the crumbling regimes. So it's good to see Rosie's back on board, Rosie's Insight, Jennifer, Lisa Vest is fabulous for snippets of information. Denise Knight is bringing a daily health reading on the Orange Idiot, and how this person is still standing, I have no idea. I'm talking about the Orange Idiot, not Denise. Dave Johnson did a great channeling yesterday, and you've got so many other brilliant readers out there that are bringing information. Afefe from Touched by Tarot, Laurie from The Way of Positive Change, Danny Shea, who's doing a lot more spiritual stuff at the moment, and boy oh boy do I want to join him on the spiritual journeys, but still bringing some news. Now what I want to have a look at in this particular reading is I want to have a look at so there is a YouTube channel called Inside RUSSIA, let me just call it that. And it's a guy by the name of Konstantin Samoilov. He was a Rusky-born analyst and a host reporting, and he's hosting reporting behind the daily news cycle about what's happening on the Kremlin, the elite, the power struggles, the sanctions, the economy, the propaganda, blah, 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 blah. Now, he's not within Rusky at the moment, but he is very much, he's got contacts, but he's also very knowledgeable about what goes on behind the scenes. Now, why am I reading on Constantine is so I've just got his website up in front of me at the moment. About 3 weeks ago, actually just before 3 weeks ago, he was feeling unwell, abdominal issues that weren't making sense. He checked himself into hospital, was thoroughly tested and pretty much discharged with, nothing wrong. And what happened was he left that hospital, said there is something wrong, took himself to another hospital, checked himself in, and then got a phone call on his mobile phone from, he's called it the KGB, but it's actually the FSB nowadays, and he knows that, but he's just using terminology that people understand. Pretty much saying, why did you leave that first hospital? How are your family? Blah, 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 blah. So he's posted 2 days ago, his latest video was, I can't tell you everything yet, but I will soon. I haven't looked at it. I haven't even looked at any of his videos, but I heard along my grapevine that things were very worrying for Constantine because he is very close to the truth in regards to what's happening in Rusky and reporting on what's happening behind the curtain, and pretty much letting the news out. So I just want to have a look to see Constantine. I'm using the True Crime Oracle. Now, I've been saying for as long as I can remember that when that there will be this level of desperation where what is happening is absolutely wild. We won't be able to keep up with it. And it's what's happening as these regimes around the world. And I'm talking about the US regime. And then we've got shady old eyeliner VP coming out, and it's been reported that he contacted Zelensky and said, please stop bombing the Russians. How about telling the Russians to stop bombing Ukraine and to get their troops out of Ukraine? So that very clearly shows what side the US regime is on, and it's not the side of Ukraine. Claiming that the taking out of the Rusky shadow oil fleet was affecting US industries and businesses in that area. Well, perhaps maybe your boss shouldn't have started a conflict over on in the Persian region. Oh, just pretty much. I mean, I have read on that. I did get that part of it's not just the only reason, but part of the reason why the Persian thing was started was to have an excuse to lift the sanctions on the Rusky fossil fuel industry to be able to get money into Rusky. But what's happening is that Ukraine is taking out the Rusky oil tankers, so therefore the fossil fuel isn't getting delivered. There is a pipeline that I believe runs from Rusky through Ukraine to Europe that the Ruskies actually took out themselves, but now there's big complaints about the fact that they can't repair it because Ukraine is not letting them. Anyhow, just putting it out there that part of what was happening in the Persian region, it's more than just that, but was an excuse to lift the sanctions on the Ruskies' fossil fuels to be able to funnel financing into the Ruskies. Now, I'm still getting, and I keep getting, the silo explosion. Those that know me have been knowing I've been talking about this probably about 2 years now, that as things reach desperation point, there will be a button that is pushed. I do not know where in the world it is. A lot of you guys keep sending me information about, oh, was it this one that is not real? Was it this one where it was just a missile that blew up in a Rusky silo? I'm just going to say it's bigger than it's a missile with a head on it. Let me just put it that way, and it is going to be absolutely rock the world back on their feet, back on their heels. So we'll know when it actually happens, and I'm still getting that. And as I split the deck, I get intuition. Absolutely. Hopefully the aliens will stop it. The aliens will contain it within the silo. So True Crime Oracle deck is what I'm using here. Trust your intuition. Our off-planet partners will contain it within the silo, but it still will be like a Chernobyl type situation. And footage from Chernobyl when that went up does show lots of little lights flitting around containing that explosion. So let's have a look. I want to have a look. I haven't even got anything written down. I don't know why I'm glancing at my notes there. Constantine, let's have a look. Is there truth to what he feels that, and they're wanting to stop right there and then, I don't know what that top card is, that he is being poisoned because he's getting too close to the truth. Yeah, dismemberment, taken apart. I mean, he is taking apart the propaganda of the Kremlin, but I think he was probably, I haven't watched his videos. I don't know what he was threatened with or his family members. I would suspect he was threatened with dismemberment. Challenged by some sort of disaster. Now, it does say natural disaster, but I don't know that it's completely, that it's a, why would the threat be challenged by a natural disaster? Something's happening. What is it? It's something to do with the earth drying out. like the lack of rain in Rusky. Why would that challenge this threat? Unless part of the threat was, it'll happen, you won't know about it. No, I'm not getting that. There's something, okay, we've got justice being wrought and brought. Justice can't be denied. In the past, we got social media, so he's put it out on YouTube. Again, I haven't looked. I'm really curious about this natural disaster card. Social media is YouTube, so he's put it out on YouTube. This threat, justice. Okay, crowning the reading, love. So they've threatened his loved ones. Wooded area, into hiding, right? They've gone into hiding. The dating. So I don't know whether he's married. I don't know anything about him. I don't know whether... okay. Gone into hiding, but I'm getting rendezvous here. Okay, thank you. I think his loved ones are in hiding, but they've been tracked due to sort of secret meetings type thing with his loved ones. Oh, the next card is meetings, yeah. I think sort of thinking they're safe with unexpected rendezvous meetings and stuff like that to just be able to hug whoever it is or whatever it is. But I think he got tracked. They got tracked. I hope they're safe. Let's see where it goes. Hopes and fears, a serial killer. The outcome, running away, getting out, and owing the devil a debt. Boat, party, life insurance. I'm going to turn the next one over. Alive. Sort of making a deal with someone they'd rather not make a deal with to get the family, to get the loved ones to safety, is what I'm getting there. So yes, very much, absolutely. There's been a threat. The fact that he went to a different hospital saved his life. I'm just going to say that as well. The fact that he went to a different hospital saved his life. Because whoever was threatening him had an in on the hospital he initially went to. Okay. So I'm getting that. Okay, let's have a look. Threat to his loved ones. Are they going to be safe? Don't know what that natural disaster was, but are they going to be safe? Threat to his loved ones. Are they going to be safe? Crime of passion. Accident. Greed. And there's that serial killer again. Somebody in his inner circle is betraying. Someone he trusts is betraying for money. Inside. Female. Grandparents. Female within his family. Dating. There's that justice card again and the devil. The mountains. The boat. Yeah. Oh, there's that again on the bottom, jealousy. That was the next card that I didn't. Jealousy and revenge. There's a debt, running away, loved ones alive, life insurance. There is someone in his inner circle. As I said, I haven't watched any of his videos. Someone in his inner circle, a female, possibly a family member. I don't know what this jealousy and revenge is about, or it may have been unrequited feelings or something. Who is betraying. I think they're going to be safe, but he's going to have to do some sort of deal with the devil to get them into a deal that he doesn't want to do, to get them somewhere safe with a party that, he's not wanting to have to deal with. Right, is Constantine going to be safe? Is he going to be safe? So if anyone knows how to get in contact with him, I'm getting it's a female in his inner circle who is betraying him for revenge, jealousy, revenge, and money, all the usual culprits. Gosh, there's that again. Inside and crime of, you saw me shuffle. Revenge, death, and jealousy again. Is he going to be safe? The male in the mountains, hiding out in the mountains. So I think he's going to be safe, protected. But whoever this is who's betraying him, it's someone in his inner circle who is operating from a place of jealousy and revenge and wanting to bring death. Oh, that's just so ick. There's the devil again. You've got the beach and the devil, and they're running away. But he's ending up at the mountains. I'll have to see whether I can message him. Having to do a deal with the devil, but you've got the beach here. So if he's trying to send them by a sort of a secret boat somewhere. Right, what's this natural disaster? Trust your intuition. As I split that deck again. Trust your intuition. I think he's going to be okay. I am worried for the family members. Surveillance. Trust your intuition about the surveillance. Is that natural disaster? That's the one I wanted to ask about. Natural disaster. Okay, I'm going to pop these cards aside and shift to the runic tarot. You guys know this deck. Oh, there's that beach with a plan to send by boat. I'm really worried about that. And the betrayal, the Seven of Swords, the betrayal, the beach, the boat, and the betrayal. What's this natural disaster card, though? What is this natural disaster? What is this as the challenge? Because it's an unusual card. You saw me shuffle. There's that beach and boat, the plan. Justice. Again, justice card. barriers, and the Lovers, who those that he cares for, some sort of protection here, perhaps, hopefully, come to pass, something coming to pass. Sorry, I had to check what that actually meant. The coming to pass, justice coming to pass, the Star, the Temperance, and the Ten of Swords. The female, the come hither female again with this betrayal. On the bottom, you've got, again, the inner circle with the Three of Cups. But you've got here the Five of Wands, some sort of defiance. Again, this female energy, the defiance. The Ten of Wands, something that goes too far. And then the betrayal again. Okay. I might see if I can send this to him. I'm just going to say there is a female in his inner circle who is not to be trusted. I'm just going to put it that way. Okay, I shall leave that there. Again, if you guys, if I can't, I'll just have a look at his. Yeah, I don't think he has a messaging ability to him, but I'll see if I can find a way to get the message to him, just even to see this video. Okay, thank you for joining me. And I'll leave that one there, and I shall catch you shortly. Take care. Look after yourselves.